Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remain standing through the national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance. At this time, the Grantsburg American Legion Color Guard will present the colors of the United States of America. And the GHS Choir, under the direction of Sean Lawrence, will sing our national anthem. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning and welcome to our students and staff, our guests, and our veterans. Thank you for joining us today in a commemoration of the men and women who have answered the highest call of service to our nation. Veterans Day is a day to remember all who have served, those who returned home and those who did not. First established to commemorate the end of the First World War on November 11th of 1918, it soon became a date to honor all veterans. In the centuries since the First World War, our nation has continued to call men and women to service, and today over 2 million of our fellow citizens are serving in our armed forces, protecting our nation and preserving peace around the world. But there are another 15 million veterans in our country today who have served around the world, from Kuwait to Panama, from Vietnam to Afghanistan, from Lebanon to South Korea, and many other places. Each of them served to protect American values of liberty, justice, and equality. I'd like to tell you a little story about Chief Warrant Officer David Williams, a U.S. Army pilot who served in the Iraq War. His Apache helicopter was shot down near the city of Karbala on March 24, 2003, just 3 weeks into the war. Wounded in the foot, Williams and his co-pilot scrambled from the wreckage, but made it only about a mile before they were captured by Iraqi soldiers. It two pilots were transported to a prison in Baghdad where some other American soldiers were being held. Williams was the most senior of those prisoners by rank, so he began taking responsibility for 5 young soldiers who had been wounded. Edgar Hernandez, shot in the right arm. Shoshana Johnson, hit in both legs. Patrick Miller, hit in the ribs by grenade fragments. Joe Hudson, taken 3 rounds to the lower back. But in the prison, in the chaos of war, their bandages had not been changed for 4 days, and because of the risk of infection, Williams demanded the Iraqi guards provide medical supplies immediately, and he refused to back down when they insisted that they could not get them. Ultimately, they did. But Williams' actions on behalf of his fellow soldiers sparked some curiosity from the Iraqis. They had a hard time understanding something, Williams recalled. Shoshana is Panamanian. Edgar's Hispanic. Joe is Filipino. Patrick's from Kansas. The Iraqis could not understand how we could all have been in the same army and not fight one another. One Iraqi said to me, "You're not fighting each other. Why?" Well, Chief Warrant Officer Williams and the other prisoners he was caring for, they were soon rescued by a platoon of U.S. Marines. But that question by the Iraqi guard reveals something about America. We are not divided by race or ethnicity, by religion or country of birth. Rather, we are united by the value that we place on our founding principles of liberty and justice, that all men are created equal. Such unity is not found in every country. It reminds me of our nation's founding motto, E pluribus unum, out of many, one. One nation, one people, united. But this story and Williams' actions on behalf of the other prisoners, it also demonstrates the meaning of service. Service means sacrifice. In our Grantsburg community, we understand that sacrifice. Marine Corps Sergeant Carson Holmquist was a 2008 graduate of Grantsburg High School. He deployed first to Japan and then to Afghanistan before returning home to the United States. On July 16th of 2015, Sergeant Holmquist was killed, along with 4 other servicemen, in a sudden attack on their recruiting station in Chattanooga, Tennessee. He answered the call to serve, and he made that ultimate sacrifice. Fundamentally, service to your country means service to your fellow Americans, no matter who they are, like those men and women in that Iraqi prison. We see it clearly among those who serve in uniform, but all of us, you and me, we can serve our fellow Americans as well. In the 249 years since we declared our independence, 1.2 million Americans have died defending our freedoms. We cannot let those freedoms be lost through apathy or neglect. We honor our veterans when we exercise our freedoms, putting them into action, by voting in elections, by speaking out against injustices, defending the freedoms of our neighbor just as we would our own. We must remain committed to helping one another, to caring for and protecting all the people who call America home. We're fortunate to be joined by veterans from our community and their families. We want to honor their sacrifices, honor their service to our country, to say thank you.
All right, a big thank you to our choir and soon to come our band. They are just an amazing part of our school. And a special happy birthday to Mrs. Wood today. The Grantsburg High School Commons has proudly displayed the Wall of Honor for decades, including a redesign in 2023. The concept of the wall was generated by Dave Alquist and has been maintained by Cindy Throngard, Jeannie Merrick, and now Heidi Engström. This wall is in the presence of our students every day. Today, we honor the service and sacrifice of the men and women who have defended our freedoms. It is my distinct honor to introduce a proud alumni of Grantsburg High School, class of 2017 Senior Airman Danielle Zayas. Immediately after graduation, Danielle enlisted in the United States Air Force, training as a geospatial intelligence imagery analyst. During her 5 years of service, she was an integral part of operations around the globe. While stationed in Virginia, she served as a full-motion video analyst supporting Operation Inherent Resolve against ISIS in Iraq and Syria. Her actionable intelligence was sent to troops on the ground, enabling 27 combat engagements, the liberation of 11 cities, and the protection of 5,000 sailors through timely intelligence regarding enemy ships. Later, while stationed in Germany, she played a key role in Operation Allied Refuge, the largest non-combat evacuation airlift in U.S. history, which safely flew thousands of people out of Afghanistan. Her exceptional dedication earned her numerous awards, including the Air and Space Commendation Medal and the Joint Service Achievement Medal. Since her honorable discharge in 2022, Danielle has continued her commitment to serve by using her GI Bill to complete her education and is now a registered dental hygienist. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to a distinguished veteran leader and former pilot, Danielle Zayas.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Danielle Zayas. Some of you may know me better as Danielle Bertelson. I was born and raised right here in Grantsburg, Wisconsin, and graduated from Grantsburg High School in 2017. It's an honor to be here with you today. Students, teachers, friends, family, and community members. Thank you all for taking time out of your day to recognize and celebrate the men and women who have served in the United States military, to include the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. I'd like to give a very special thank you to the veterans in the audience, those who served before me, beside me, and after me. We're here today to honor you. I always knew I wanted to serve in the military from a young age. My grandpa served in the Navy, and my brother enlisted in the Navy when I was in 6th grade. Their service inspired me to follow in their footsteps. I wanted to be a part of something bigger than myself. Not long after walking across the stage, at only 17 years old, I raised my right hand and swore an oath to defend the Constitution of the United States as a member of the U.S. Air Force. I left for basic training 2 weeks after graduation, and later that year completed the training to become a geospatial intelligence imagery analyst. This job entailed looking at satellite images and live drone feed to make sense of what was happening on the ground in combat zones. My first assignment was at Langley Air Force Base in Virginia, where I worked with the 45th Intelligence Squadron. There, I was part of a team supporting operations against ISIS in Iraq and Syria. I watched live video from aircraft thousands of feet in the air, helping identify enemy activity, track movements, and protect our troops. Over the course of my time there, I supported over 200 combat missions and helped produce intelligence that enabled combat engagements and led to the liberation of several cities from ISIS control. One mission that sticks with me involved tracking an enemy ship carrying offensive missiles. Due to the teamwork and precision of everyone involved, we were able to warn a Navy carrier strike group of the threat and protected the lives of 5,000 sailors. Some of the missions that I participated in and some of the work I did was sent directly to the president to make real-time decisions and even ended up on multiple news channels. For the second half of my enlistment, I was stationed overseas at Ramstein Air Base in Germany. I continued analyzing missions and providing critical intelligence across the Middle East and Africa, helping troops reestablish security in unstable areas. I was offered the chance to participate in a specialized team known as the National Exploitation Team. There, I disseminated national-level intelligence and was an integral part in several exercises to assess intelligence response to threats and inform leaders on heightened regional tensions. While at Ramstein, I also had the opportunity to support humanitarian efforts like Operation Allies Refuge. That was a mission evacuating tens of thousands of people from Afghanistan in 2021. It was the largest non-combatant evacuation in US history, and it reminded me that service isn't always about fighting. Sometimes it's about helping, protecting, and giving hope. I also had the privilege of deploying to Morocco for Exercise African Lion, training alongside service members from 21 different nations to strengthen military partnerships. That experience taught me how strong we are when we stand together, not just as Americans, but as allies and human beings. After 5 years in the Air Force, I was honorably discharged and returned stateside to Western Illinois. I then used my GI Bill to go back to school and become a dental hygienist. This might sound like a big shift from analyzing drone imagery to cleaning teeth, but the core values I learned in the Air Force, integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do, are values I still carry every single day. Serving in the military changed me for the better. It taught me discipline, responsibility, and perspective. It made me realize how precious freedom truly is, and how many people work behind the scenes to protect it. For those of you thinking about the military, I'll tell you this: it's not always easy. There are long nights, early mornings, and sacrifices. But there's also pride, purpose, and friendships that last a lifetime. You'll learn who you are and what you're capable of in ways you never imagined. To my fellow veterans here today, thank you. Whether you served for 4 years or 40, in combat or in support, at home or abroad, your service matters. You made sacrifices that many will never see, and you did it with courage and honor. Veterans, please share your stories today. Let people know what you've done so they can see the many faces of military service and appreciate the personal service of their neighbors. I share the pride you feel in being able to say you have served in the greatest military in the world. To the families of veterans, thank you too. You serve in your own way, through patience, strength, and love. None of us could do what we do without the people who stand behind us. As we reflect today, let's remember that Veterans Day isn't just about history, it's about people. It's about neighbors, parents, brothers, sisters, and classmates who made a choice to serve something greater than themselves. It's about honoring their courage and continuing the legacy of service in our own lives in whatever way we can. Thank you all for being here today, and thank you to every veteran, past and present, for your dedication and sacrifice. If you're ever curious about serving in the military or simply looking for more information that is not from a recruiter, please reach out to me. I will leave my contact information with your principal, Mr. Haas, so we can get in touch. And may we never forget that freedom isn't free, and may we always strive to live in a way that honors those who fought to protect it. Thank you.
At this time, the GHS Band, under the direction of Mrs. Shannon Wood, will play Marches of the Armed Forces.
Please stand if you have served or are currently serving in one of the branches so we may recognize you. The playing of taps has occurred for over 150 years to honor those who have given their lives during or after service. Following a gun salute from the Grantsburg American Legion, taps will be played by GHS sophomore Brody Seeger. Please stand as our nation's colors are retired. As we conclude our program, we would like to invite veterans, community members, and guests to the GHS Commons for refreshments and fellowship. Please take a moment to view our Wall of Honor, which is a tribute to Grantsburg alumni who are serving in the armed forces, and to the sacrifice made by Sergeant Carson Holmquist. Thank you to all individuals who have served, are serving, or will serve. GHS students, you are dismissed to second block.